go to the African Women Championship. We saw the quarterfinal matches. There are some quarterfinal matches scheduled for today, most definitely. Let me see. I think I have the rundown here. Yes, Morocco is going to take on Botswana. That's at 9 p.m. later tonight. And also scheduled for today is Zambia going up against Senegal. The game that a lot of people are actually waiting out for is that game between Nigeria and Cameroon. That's scheduled for tomorrow, 6 p.m. tomorrow. And South Africa will also take on Tunisia at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Now, how do you see the Moroccan chances? I think first time they are finding themselves in this kind of situation, probably because they are the host nation. Dele, do you see them progressing and making that ticket to the World Cup?
The fans will serve as a 12th player on the field. Being the host nation will serve as a 13th player on the field. We see how that goes. It's always 11 against 11. A very good day. If I'm going to, no, I don't want to deviate, but I wanted to make comparison to something. But a very good day at work, they just might get it right, and all they need to do is just make it to the semifinals, and they're in for the World Cup. They don't have to win the tournament, so they just need one more victory, and let's see how it goes from there.
Now, Zambia going up against Senegal. And Femi, what's your take? The Zambians or the Senegalese? Where do you think the pendulum will swing?
Well, I expect the Zambians to go through. To be honest with you, I've never really seen these Senegalese guys play football, but I'm sure for them to have got to this stage of this competition, they're going to be a very good side. So, could be anybody's game. They're on neutral ground. Let's see who's going to win this one.
Now, the game a lot of people, especially Nigerians, are waiting for is that game against the Cameroon, Indomitable Lioness of Cameroon tomorrow. They are yet to get the scalp of the Super Falcons. Do you see that momentum still going on, or probably that momentum will be broken, Dele?
I've seen the Super Falcons play this past few days, and they haven't been fluid. I haven't enjoyed what I've seen. I think they've just scraped through. The first game was horrible. The second game was just there. They haven't been not the Super Falcons of old. The Perpetual Watcher sets, the Stella Mbachu sets, not that set. Not the Super Falcons that will thrash 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. You start asking, who did they play against? It's not that anymore. Female football, women's football in Africa has evolved. There are no minors, there are no pushovers anymore. The Cameroonians have been a thorn in the flesh of Nigeria for a very long while. Yes, they might not have, recorded so much, but trust me, there are no pushovers. And I don't think there will be pushovers tomorrow. And for them to have gone to this stage of the tournament, obviously there are no pushovers. So if we write them off, we write them off at our own peril. So I see tomorrow's game being a very, very tough one. We have 2 players and 2 goals. Rashidat Ajibade is also on 2 goals. We hope that she comes to the party tomorrow, because if you ask me, it hasn't been easy for the Super Falcons in this tournament. I saw them against Botswana. They won 2-0. It was a lackluster performance. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow. We wish them the very best.
And Femi, do you think the Super Falcons are missing the services of Asisat Oshoala in this championship?
I think so. I think she should have been in this championship.
Don't forget, she got injured after the first game. I think she got injured after the first game against South Africa. So she's out of it right now.
Okay, but I still expect.
You still expect what?
I would say expect the Falcons to go through in this match against the Cameroon. Though the Cameroonians are a very good side as well, like Glover said. But Nigeria, with all the support they've got, and the reputation on the African continent, they should do something against the Cameroon.
I had a discussion with the media officer of the team, Tobex, and she was like, the pressure the Nigerian fans are putting on the girls is really weighing them down. That was what she told me last night. She said a lot of the girls have never been in this kind of a situation before, representing the country, and that what they see on social media, what the fans are writing about them, what the people are saying is actually getting them scared. And I feel that should be the work of a psychologist. Probably there is no psychologist in that team, to talk to the girls, because if there were to be a psychologist in the team, I don't think that should be a source of worry for the players. So what do you think, guys?
Yeah, they should They should expect something like that. So
Yeah,
they should have a
let me cut you short, gentlemen. Gentlemen, let me quickly cut you short. Joining us all this afternoon is the media officer of the Nigerian Super Falcons out there in Morocco, Oluchi Tobechuku. Oluchi, you are welcome to Sports Engine. What is the makeup of the temperaments of the players right now going into tomorrow's match? Good afternoon, Oluchi.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. The makeup of the ladies haven't changed right from the second match that they picked up after faltering in the first match against South Africa. Players are in high spirits. Players are resolute. They want to make sure that they win, take every match as it comes, and they win it. And the ladies know that the match against Cameroon is a very important match. We're not just talking about the knockout stage. We're talking about fighting for a World Cup slot, and they're going to give it every seriousness that it needs. The Super Falcons have met the Lioness of Cameroon 4 times before now, and we have been victorious in everything, in every game. The last being in 2016. When we met them in the finals of AFCON and beat them in their own backyard, courtesy of a goal by Desire of Paranozi. So we are serious. Desire is not here right now. Our top striker, Sisa Toshola, has been ruled out of the tournament due to an injury she cropped in the first game against South Africa. The ladies have shrugged that off their shoulders, and they are united in wanting to secure victory in all the matches remaining. And we have shown that as the highest goal scoring team in the tournament with 7 goals.
Now, some football fans are complaining that they are yet to see fluidity in the gameplay of the Super Falcons going forward. Do you think that game against Cameroon will give them an opportunity to see the kind of Super Falcons we're used to seeing in the past? Do you think the girls are really fired up for that? Because it's all about being fluid, not just scoring goals. It's all about you creating chances that can lead to goals.
No, it's all about scoring goals. Game of football is the scoreline that matters. So if after a 4-0 victory against Burundi, with a lot of changes that were made in the second half so that other players will have a feel of the game before the knockout stage, I'm surprised that anybody is still complaining. If you lose matches, you play badly, you have a right to complain. But if you have a team that secured victory, the 3 points at stake, and they have played very well. We saw cohesion, we saw unity. The one live here in Morocco, and I can tell you that all the fans look forward in seeing the Super Falcons play. The atmosphere, at the stadium is always different. The cheering, our style of support, the kind of football that we play, entertaining and everything has been visible, in Morocco. And I think the ladies, they are progressing as each match, comes up. I think we should give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt and see how it goes against Cameroon.
Now, if you look at the makeup of the quarterfinal pairing, Tobex, there's every possibility that Nigeria might still end up to meet South Africa in the final of this championship. Now, do you think they've learned any lesson from the mistakes they made in the opening game for them to be able to come back victorious with the trophy at the end of the championship?
I keep on telling people, I have watched the game over and over again. South Africa, they are not a threat. We slept in that match. That was just it, sometimes it happens like that players, they don't get their bearing on time. If the match had gone on a little bit of 5 minutes extra, we would have equalized because the urgency came up very late and they didn't get their bearing on time. We welcome the play South Africa over and over again. We are not under pressure. We are not afraid of the South Africans. We give them their respect. They are desperate. They haven't won this cup. They haven't won the cup at all. So only 2 countries have shared the cup, Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. We're a team with pedigree, 9-time champions. Apart from South Africa, the whole country here, they just want to dethrone us. They don't want somebody to just knock out Nigeria. They're just tired of hearing the name of Nigeria. It's not our fault that we're African champions. We're defending. We're number 1 in Africa. It's not our fault that we won it 9 times. It's not our fault that we have the oldest women's league in Africa. It's not our fault that our population has helped us turn out quality players. We have them all over the world. We have quality strikers that are sitting on the bench. Uchenna Kanu. When she had the opportunity, she came on, she played, and she got a brace. So I can tell you that we understand what is happening, and we just want to do everything possible to put smiles on the faces of our supporters.
Thank you very much, Oluchi Tobechukwu, that's the media officer of the Super Falcons out there in Morocco. Thank you very much for coming on this afternoon. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Now, gentlemen, you heard from Oluchi there talking about some bit of lack of intensity in that game against South Africa. You saw the game. Dele, do you totally agree with her that probably the game had gone a bit further down, that the Super Falcons will have probably equalized? Why did they leave it till that late? Why leave it till late? That's what I'm asking.
Ladi, I'm one of the fans who said they've had lackluster performances in this tournament. And I was referring to the match between Nigeria and Botswana, where they won 2-0. Anybody who had seen that match from a Nigerian point of view would understand what I said. And talking about the game against South Africa, my brother, mistakes are part of football. You cannot be 100% all day, every day. It's not possible. Your opponent needs to make mistakes for you to capitalize and win the game.
That's right.
That day, we did not come to the party. On that day, we weren't good enough. On that day, we underestimated the South Africans. That's what happened. Now you asked a question. You said, I hope they've learned their lesson from the previous match. Yes, now they know that they shouldn't underestimate the South Africans. Now they know that it is war if we meet them. But I don't want to sound like the Nigerian who will start thinking about the next match when you have not attended to the match in front of you. Let's play Cameroon first. When and if we go past Cameroon, then we can talk about what will happen in the next step. I wish them best of luck. Like you said, we have players all over the world. I agree. Our population has availed us the opportunity to have talents scattered all over the world. But it's not about having talents. It's about bringing the best of those talents together and making them a team. Sometimes you don't even need talent. You need some, very average players, maybe 6. Then remaining, like what Stephen Kessie did in 2013. Did you see any player playing his trade in the local league playing at that stage? No. But he took a risk. He put 5 of them and we won. Today, they are celebrating him, even in death, and they are celebrating the Nigerian league. Before then, would any coach have taken that risk? I don't think so. Both of us, 3 of us know that.
No, easily. Still talking women football. We saw the European Women Championship also going on, and yesterday the Germans. I was talking about the German machine. They got the better of what's it called? They got the better of Spain. Yeah, by 2-0. By 2-0. Now they've avoided the English team, who are firing on all cylinders, because I never believe in my wildest imagination that England will trash Norway with as much as 8 goals. Femi, 8 goals. England 8, Norway 0. Where did that come from? Norway used to be one of the major pioneers of women football when it first started out. Norway, Sweden, China, USA, Germany. What happened? Where did they get it wrong? And they considered 6 goals in the first 30 minutes of the game.
Yes, if you look at the history of this tournament, of this championship, England have never won it, right?
They've done
a lot, right? And then if you look at the commitment in this country, to women football now is really, really great. Look at the game against Norway. That was the highest crowd they had for a female team anywhere in the world. 68,000 at Wembley to come and watch that ethnic trashing of Norway. That tells you the effort they're putting in this country. You go to the grassroots, the Premier League have just given out money. The Premier League, not the FA, the Premier League have given out support of about 3 million to the female football, female league, just to distribute it among them. And people are coming out to watch more of these girls playing football all over now. So I see England going to the final. if they're going to win it, I don't know. I don't know who they'll play in the final. If they play Germany, it might be difficult, but I see them as a very, very strong contender in this year's championship. And if they win it, I won't be surprised.
But don't forget that we still have the Dutch team talking about Netherlands. They are the defending champions. They are very much involved in it. And talking about the Netherlands that are playing today against Portugal. And the other game that is lined up for today is Sweden taking on Switzerland. But talking about the Dutch, how do you see them? Then the Spanish team. A lot of people thought that probably they would build on the success of the Barcelona team in the UEFA Champions League and take that to the national side, because we have like 9 of that Barca team playing for the Spanish side. How did they get it wrong against the Germans?
Ladi, first of all, Spain have been unbeaten in their last competitive 20 matches until they met Germany yesterday. They won 16 matches, they drew 4. They drew 4 against Brazil, Germany, England, and I can't remember the last team. Spain, the female Spanish national team, have come of age. They're forced to reckon with in female football. Unfortunately for them, yesterday they did all the playing and Germany did all the scoring. Let's not take away the fact that the most important player in the Spanish national team is injured and she's gone back home. I'm talking about the best player as we speak. She's gone back home. She suffered a nasty injury. She was operated upon. She's going to be out for 10 months. So that's a big blow to the Spanish national team. Like I said, they did all the playing yesterday and Germany did all the scoring. That's where experience comes into play. I saw their captain, who was also injured for a very long while, who only returned back in March. She missed the last 2 European Championships in 2013 and 2017. This is her first European Championship in as many years. And she got a brace. She scored 2. No, she didn't get a brace. She scored 2 goals so far in this tournament. It means that the Germans know what they're doing. From the bench to those on the field to the crowd, they know what to expect from the German national team. Talking about England in this tournament, yes, the support for the English female national team has been immense. I've never seen such anywhere. My brother, where we're from, if we support our female national team like this, I'm very sure they'll deliver as well. But you can't take it away from the support coming from the crowd and from the English nation. They are being supported, they are being pushed by both male and female. That is why they're delivering. Scoring 8 goals against Norway. Norway, like you said, I've always been in top 5 in female football for years. What went wrong? Yes, it went wrong. I think the transition from old to young is where they are struggling. Those players that dominated over the years are fading out or have faded out. The new generation are yet to rise up to the billion. That is what is happening with Norway right now. Talking about England getting all the way to the finals, let's not forget that Spain still has one more match to play. If Spain wins, Spain is going to finish second in that group. It means that if Spain finishes second, Spain will play against England. Ladi, between you and I, Spain are no pushovers. If you had seen the game against Germany yesterday, they just didn't score, but they played. Can the English national team actually do that? We'll wait and see. I'm not saying the English national team isn't good enough, but I'm just saying do not write off the Spanish national team, the Spanish female national team. Don't do that.